Oh, there it is. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 231. Today is August 20th. I said that backwards today. Monday. August 20th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
10-ish. What's going
Live
on?
Facebook.
Here we go.
YouTube. Oh, yeah.
What's going on? Milto, Angela Brown. Good morning. Jizzy Mac, Crypto Commenter. Tessa. Good morning. Jose Martinez. Good morning. Good morning.
Smash those likes and shares, people.
There we go.
Let's get this algorithm popping.
All right. For the free Bitcoin last week, free Satoshis, who won?
Oh, yeah. So for the free Satoshis, we actually didn't have a winner because we didn't have a question. Closed out, kind of telling people to have a good weekend. Didn't have a question from last week. However, we will have one today. So look out for that at the end of the show.
All right, let's jump into it. As always, not a lot of news going on. Summertime, I guess, been quiet. Who knows? But top story is China's latest blockchain rankings pins EOS on top and Bitcoin at number 10. Oh, yeah. That is right. Word. Something with just barely a working product and something that has been around now almost a decade.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks like China releases blockchain rankings for August, rating public blockchain networks like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Public blockchain networks. Again, quite a confusing word with EOS being number one.
Yeah.
The rankings were created by China Electronic Information Industry Development Research Institute. Wow. And the China Software Testing Center. It featured the contributions of professors and researchers at the country's most prestigious educational institutions, including Tsinghua and Beijing University. So good to see who we can and can't trust coming out of China. I'm glad they name themselves. What's going on here?
Yeah, well, as you can see, it doesn't matter if you were trying to use cryptocurrency to get away from nation states, you're always going to have nation bias. And China, as you can see from their rankings, over and over, they've constantly put tokens and other projects that are just getting started over Bitcoin, which is proven to be the longest and strongest blockchain there is in the world.
Bitcoin. I like Komodo.
I mean, if you honestly taking a look at it, I wouldn't bet against the Chinese whenever we're in a bull market because they do have a lot of money that they can pump into it. So I would take a look at that top 5, and you can basically see right there that those are probably the tokens going to another bull market that the Chinese will be heavily invested in. EOS, Ethereum, Komodo was third, Nebulous was fourth.
Third though.
Yeah, I mean, platform wise, I can see why people like it, but definitely not third. And then Neo was fifth. Then going on from that, you got Stellar, Lisk. I'm not really even certain what GX chain is. However, it's there, and Steam. So Bitcoin, for its value, is way ahead of these in our opinion. However, like you said, Chinese bias. If somebody comes out with a list, anybody can come out with a list. So that's one thing we've always said. Their list is just whatever. There's no official rankings except whenever you look at market caps and prices. So funny. That's a funny list to me. That list is
literally. I actually saw, as I was clicking on the GX chain, I saw a story that was just basically saying that China just saw interest in it, last month, July 23rd.
Oh, so you got something that's a month old, and they're like, oh, this is the one.
Yeah, they like this one. So, again, people, it's ridiculous. You already know that fresh FUD coming in on a Monday. Makes no sense how these rankings came. But, again, I'm glad they identified themselves so you cannot trust just because they're a professor or whatever institute. What is this thing called? The China Electronic Information Industry Development Research Institute. I don't even trust anything with a name that long.
And anything that's published, who knows who had their hands on it before it came out.
Right.
They could have had a whole different list.
That is true as
and
well.
And then when the list came out, they were like, I'm surprised.
No, we're gonna change this.
Yeah, we're gonna change this. We need to make this look good. But yeah, I wouldn't bet against them as far as the coins doing well from a price standpoint. But come on, man, come on.
This is pretty funny. One of the commenters, Flame, said, if China doesn't like something, it's usually because they can't control it or use it to control their people with it. The crap coin EOS has proven itself very good at shutting down people's accounts on a whim. I say EOS and China are a match made in heaven.
Oh yeah, EOS.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah,
that is how it shot up. That is how it validated. They was like, oh, y'all can control accounts. Oh, you should have told us that from the beginning.
Why you start with
we thought you were decentralized, like you said. All right, that was just for the people. Come on over.
Nope. We can use that.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, China again. Keeping in China, 3 hackers arrested for allegedly stealing $87 million in crypto. What?
Oh, yeah.
Chinese police have arrested 3 highly experienced hackers, can't be that experienced, suspected of stealing up to 600 million yuan, $87.3 million in crypto. Local news outlet Xinhua reported August 18th. What's going on with this?
Oh yeah, well the article actually claims that a guy named Zhang, he actually got hit with a hack on his computer from a remote location. They actually stole $14.5 million worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. He had it all on his computer. The initial investigations, they saw that it was a remote attack. So when they were, using local internet service providers to help them with evidence for the case, they found out they stole even more than just that one guy, which is how you get that $87 million number. So these 3 hackers, apparently, they've been arrested, they've been detained. We'll see what kind of sentence they get, or if it's actually them, because like we said, this is all alleged. But China's had about $2.2 billion worth of hacks over the course of the last 2 years. So not surprising to see it come out of there. However, we'll see how this case shakes out because those hackers are out there.
You're talking about don't industry, keep $2.2 billion?
Yeah, that's the whole industry, man. Yeah. You just live off that. But $14 million on your computer, man.
And $14 million in one spot. I mean, I get it. But because at the end of the day, it could be like, well, I got, got 900 million.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. That's what
that's
saying.
where I keep my 14 at. But
yeah.
I mean, unless you have 900 million, I would definitely separate that 14. I mean, you're not spending 14 million this week, are you? Like, what are you about to buy? You buying a new crib in LA or something?
Yeah, exactly.
What's going on?
Like, you go shopping for countries?
About to get, a few helicopters, a little jet. Like, yeah, you can say shopping for countries. There's no reason to have it. So, keep $1 million somewhere close. And keep that 13.5 on the open dime, Trezor, somewhere in the safe paper wallet, mnemonic memory, whatever.
Yeah, cash, anything outside of
Double bag, don't just leave it there for them.
Yeah, exactly. Because we've seen this, a few times with a lot of hacks. So, we always preach, security on that end. But yeah, $14.5 million on one computer, $87 million overall. Those 3 guys were having a good time, and now it looks like it's over. So,
right. What's going on, John Siebert, Brian Hanley? Thanks for joining us again live. D True, Torrance J Playlist. Brian Hanley said, I wonder if people started putting their money into crypto once the stock market went in 2008. Some people did, and they got ate up already or made some money. But we're back for a second time. Tonio, what's going on?
Everybody on Facebook, thank you for watching. Oh, yeah. Still got some more coming in.
Yeah. All right, what else is going on today? It's a lot of arrests. If it's not regulations, it's arrests. You see how this is working? I love it. It's like regulate, i.e. make up new laws, make up new rules, make up new stuff. And then it's arrest.
Yeah.
Even though these arrests are actually worth it. I mean, one guy's a hacker, looks like this one. Police arrest alleged India head of now defunct Bitconnect scam.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if you're sure it's him, you got to be careful. If you're sure it's him, I would say arrest him. And once the courts decide that, hey, he is guilty for this, or she, I haven't read, really read in depth, just release him.
Yeah.
Let the universe take care of the rest of the day. That's a lot of money.
just release them on a set day at a set time at a set location. And then just let the universe decide what happens from there.
Indian police have arrested a man who was allegedly involved in promoting the Bitconnect investment scam, Financial Express report August 18. The suspect, Divyesh Darje, is said to have been in India head of Bitconnect, the high-yield investment program that ceased, well, I guess you can call it a high-yield investment scam. They put program that ceases operations in January 2018 after coming. I guess they technically didn't come out as being a scam. But we all
everybody knew it was a scam.
Yeah, but it looks like this Darji, a resident of Surat City, had reportedly been issued with the lookout circular, was arrested. He was tipped off. What's going on with this guy? How's this happening? How do they know who he is?
Well, it looks like they held seminars in India, and they promised high interest. I'm sure they figured out who the names were from these people. And some of the CID claims that the staff at the Bitconnect office in Surat admitted that promoters had overall amassed tens of millions of rupees, which is their native currency, from thousands of investors. So I'm sure that they had, ways to find out who do they give this money to. Really, if you want to punish this guy, you could just make him only use Bitconnect for the rest of his life and for payments, because he will have no money at this point because the price definitely has dropped a lot. And it also states the CID was reported initially alerted to the scam following allegations from another Surat resident, Shalish Bhatt, who claimed to be kidnapped and robbed of 90 million rupees. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Like we said, India was huge in Bitconnect because it was a promise of, daily interest. You were saying you're going to make this amount of money.
Which is, by the way, impossible for people to keep getting that number. It was a daily interest rate of 1% every day. It compounds people, so that's literally taking in thousands of percent guaranteed. You can't guarantee somebody thousands of percent gain.
Yeah, so I mean, they look like people were getting kidnapped. The accomplice was a Bitconnect promoter.
Sounds like a good chapter in the movie.
Hey man, this is gonna be a great part of the Bitcoin movie.
This is crazy. And then I mean, it kind of looks like some co-defendants are coming out against each other. Like you said, this guy, the reason why they found these people is because this bot guy told that he was robbed, but then it came out that bot was actually in on it. So I'm assuming that he pissed off his two cohorts or something. They was like, you know what? You acting real nervous lately.
Yeah. Let's just bring the whole thing down before you have a chance to.
Yeah, come on, give me this.
Yeah, but that's some wild stuff going on, especially the amount of money that was lost. I mean, they got a lot of people's money in Bitconnect because they hit, what does it say, $2.7 billion market cap? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Antonio said government scamming us every day with taxes, LOL. Leave the guy alone in India, and people should do their research before investing.
Yeah, I mean,
that's true.
Honestly, like we kept telling people, it's like in this industry, you don't get it back. I mean, Mark Capellas is still walking the streets, and he had Mt. Gox where people lost thousands of Bitcoins back in the day, back when it was cheaper too. You know, you could have 100 or so Bitcoins really easy. But you know, Bitconnect, they do what they did. They're, you know, on one side we see people in the U.S. getting caught up. Now we're seeing people in India. So
what's going on, S1 Dubs, man? I'm crypto.
Oh yeah.
Brian Hanley said Bitconnect was such a great scam. They wouldn't got away with it too if it weren't for those darn meddling kids.
I know, right?
Those darn Twitter kids. Those
researchers.
Tweeters. Right. Brian Hanley said that he meant in China when the market crashed last year in regard. Once people start putting money into crypto.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They're allowed to in China at this point.
Yeah.
And last but not least, arrest of this past weekend, I guess. 21-year-old trader prosecuted over Bitcoin money laundering.
Oh yeah.
A 21-year-old Bitcoin dealer from California, hey, they're getting people from California, is being prosecuted for allegedly committing numerous counts of illegal money transmission and money laundering. So what's going on here? Did he actually launder money, or is it money transmission license the government's pissed that he didn't get? And they're calling it money laundering.
Well, like I said, the way it looks like a little bit of both. But like we said, it could be just be called money laundering. It looks like a money transmission case. Well, he sold $750,000 worth of Bitcoin to over 900 individuals, and then later they said that he was doing international money laundering because he sent another almost $1 million to bank accounts in Hong Kong. So that whole piece together, how they put it, we'll have to see in the court documents. But right now it looks like they're basically piecing together that he had the sales on one side, then he was sending it to an exchange somewhere else. So he's liable for both, and they're stating here the defendant is also facing a further charge of structuring international instrument transactions to evade reporting when he tried to smuggle $1 million from Mexico into the U.S. So he has a lot of stuff going against him right here as far as what the...
So he might have actually laundered some money.
He might have laundered some money. Okay. That's what it looks like. So, we have to, like we said, say alleged because we don't know for sure. However, it is interesting that the prosecutors actually stated Burrell's activities blew a giant hole through the legal framework of U.S. anti-money laundering laws by soliciting and introducing into the U.S. banking system close to $1 million in unregulated cash. So, basically, when you're trying to bring $1 million from Mexico to the U.S. and get caught,
well, and the big reason why here's why they're actually mad at him too, which makes it even worse. He was further charged of structuring international instrument transactions to evade reporting. Of course, structuring is when you try to do $1 million in total. You do a bunch of smaller payments, usually under $9,000, which would be a lot of small payments. So he must have been doing that for a strong year straight. Every Friday, I'm going to go ahead and put 87, 88 in there. But again, you know what? It's one of those things, though. Hey, when did you hear about money laundering and this money? I didn't find out what a money transmission license was until 2 or 3 years ago, people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
and they throw that at you. Yep.
Let's introduce this into our school system. I mean, you don't got to tell us how to get it. Just at least tell us it's out there. We need to have one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, a lot of people in crypto who do trade crypto, large amounts of crypto. A lot of people in this space know people who do over the counter at very high amounts and stuff. That is illegal money transmission technically, but it's like you're telling me I got to buy a $20,000-$30,000 license
to give somebody money for this?
to give away my imaginary scam coins.
Yeah,
I have to have a license now.
Supposedly Bitcoin isn't real, so
we got to make up our mind.
You really are paying for software because whenever that's sent to you, all it really is your wallet, which is software being sent value, which is digital representation of value. So it's kind of weird how they word it, because they don't want to say Bitcoin is a currency or that it's actual valid property, but on the same token, they're using those same laws in order to get people. So I think it's sort of like the first people who started with marijuana. They don't know what to do. It's like the states allow it, but the federal government's coming in, so we don't know. So first one through the door gets shot. And that's sort of what we saw with Charlie Shrim and some of these other people with money transmission license. I'm sure when this all wraps itself out, those laws won't even be a thing, because it's, I mean, with Bitcoin, it has to be something different, because it is. And we'll see.
And, you know, a couple of last points. For one, dude's 21 years old. Unless he was legitimately laundering some money for some criminal organizations, give this man a job somewhere, all right? Like, what are we talking about right now?
Yeah, I didn't see, you know, the actual drug people or anybody was taking it from. So.
You're 21 years old, moving multi-million-dollar, $100,000 transactions back and forth successfully, and you have a clientele base. Hey. Give this guy a job. And then secondly, you know, again, this happened in Southern California, right where we're at, and it's kind of disheartening to see. It looks like they're starting to side with the federal government a lot. Granted, I know why, because right now, Cal, especially SoCal, they're like, look, we just got this marijuana thing up and running. We're not trying to poke the bear no more.
Yeah.
But how is this guy, you got a 21-year-old guy who is held without bail? Like, you're going to hold him without bail too for a white-collar financial crime?
We just found out you can pay bail in crypto. Let him pay the crypto.
It's killers out here getting bail. Like, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Yeah. My man was out here living his best life, and you can just come through with no bail, no chance of getting out before the trial, which could be whenever, because, you know, that's how you do.
It's ridiculous. I just wanted to point that out, because that is it's pretty interesting. That goes to show it's really about money, power, connection. If you don't have any of that, because $1 million, I guess, wasn't enough to buy his way about. But the other lady that got in SoCal, you know, I think she coughed up with like $400,000 or something.
Yeah, she paid that ticket.
So, so they probably was like, hey, you don't got no more Bitcoins left for us? He was like, no. They was like, well, this is your unlucky day.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, new partnership enables automatic bill payments using Bitcoin in Australia. What? There we go.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to point out that PayPal is now advertising on CCN, a crypto site. If that's not funny, I don't know what it is, people. But anyway, Australians wishing to pay their bills in cryptocurrencies do not have to be held back by the fact that their utility or service provider is stuck, it says, with traditional, but I'll say with old and antiquated methods of payment. Nice. This follows the formation of a partnership between two financial tech firms, crypto exchange Cointree, and automatic billing platform Gobble.
Oh, yeah.
Allowing the payments of bills using cryptos. What is going on in this deal?
Hey, man, this is what we call a great business plan. I've been talking about it for a while. As far as being able to pay bills with cryptocurrency.
Why not?
Why not? And, you know, there's a lot of ways, you know, to have an intermediary, but you want to try and find the best solution to it, because you can say, like, for instance, if you know a guy who has crypto, say, hey, I can pay you crypto if you pay my water bill for me, or if you pay the electricity, whatever. There's ways to do it, but you kind of want to have a tech focused system where you can do it quickly and easily. And basically what they do is the same thing. You pay in crypto, they pay it in cash, and they pay it in real time, that time stamp of when you sent it, so that whatever you sent, the volatility from it is gone. So that's really good to see. And like we always say, anything that's done in one country, if it starts working, you know they're going to start adopting in other places too. And I wouldn't be surprised to see this, you know, long-term, you know, starting off as intermediaries before it gets to the point where it's just crypto pay straight for bills.
Again, there's no reason not to have it. Yeah, you're right. You need this for the adoption to show, hey, see, you can actually do it.
Yep.
Transfer straight to fiat if you want it, or you can keep it in crypto.
Yep. You
can trade as soon as you get it. Now you got a new thing, what was it, where you can use your crypto to buy 9 different things all at one time. So again, I mean, you know what? I like how this paragraph says robust crypto uses. The industry, the ecosystem is becoming more robust. So like you said, this is what we're doing right now, but maybe another year or two is literally just crypto straight to the provider. Again, it makes no sense not to. That is literally government over their shoulder saying AT&T, Verizon, yes, if you were to start accepting crypto payments right now, because why couldn't you just send your cell phone payment via crypto?
And this is, I think, one step closer to what we know as micropayments. We've been saying that for a while, is that micropayments and AI will sort of make everything automated. So when you talk about smart cities and how things are going to be in the future, every time you use something, whatever you use is paid in crypto or paid in whatever digital currency you have. automatically, and you only pay for what you use. So water, electricity, all of those things, bills wise. Hopefully rent at the same time. You know, if you stay at a certain place, you can pay in crypto. All that stuff is coming, but like we said, you need this as a bridge to get there. So good to see from Australia.
There we go.
Love to see it.
John Sieber said gas provider in Prague enabled paying in Bitcoin. Nice.
Oh yeah,
that's big stuff.
That's
Gas.
what I'm talking about.
Brian Hanley said, "What is our opinion of Paxful?" We like it.
Yeah, I like Paxful. A lot of different options. It is a pretty high rate to trade on there, only because it's a lot of demand, so they can actually bump that price up. So you may be paying upwards 8 to 10% higher to buy it. But if you believe in it, the price action going forward, you can get it there pretty easily with a bunch of different ways, which is good. 300 different ways actually.
All right,
Amazon gift cards.
The quote, the comment here by Jeremiah said, "The banking system will not accept these technologies." I do. It's that simple, people. It's all about adoption. They can try their best to slow it down, but they cannot stop it.
Oh yeah.
For the free Satoshis, what are we doing today?
Oh yeah. So for the free Satoshis, Brian Armstrong actually came out this weekend and stated that the mainstream adoption of Bitcoin will be a long time coming. Don't know what he means by long, but I'm guessing he thinks 5 to 10 years. What do you think? How long do you think it would take for mass adoption to happen here in the U.S. or worldwide? And also, what do you consider mass adoption? Paying crypto for bills? Once you can go on Walmart and pay it with crypto, maybe everyday payments like that. Let us know. Send your public address, and we'll send those free Satoshis.
You're talking about a guy who stumbled on something.
Hey man,
is he a?
But he's usually wrong. So
that's my point.
That's why I'm so.
I'm talking about who stumbled upon what Coinbase is. You're talking about a guy. Was he the actual developer, or was it his partner?
The guy from Duke, I believe, was more of the brains, I think.
Brian's a business.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like I said, I wasn't there. I wasn't in the apartment when they started. Who knows? But I think it's sort of the Bill Gates, Steve Woz effect.
He's doing his thing.
Or Steve Jobs, Steve Woz effect.
He's doing his thing. Can't deny that.
Yeah, man.
All right. Other than that, you all have a happy Monday. Get your week off to a great start, and we will see you all tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Have a good one.